Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Two Dads React. My name is Clay. That's Corey. It is time, long awaited, for us to react to the Section 31 movie.
Long
We have
awaited.
long awaited. Well, I mean, it is Sunday night. So it's been out since what? Thursday, Friday. So it's been a couple nights. But we're here to watch the movie. We're excited to react to it. I have stayed away from spoilers, but I have not stayed away from the title of some reviews that were written. I didn't read them, but I read some of the reviews. And I'm going to save that until the end because I'm trying not to let that affect me. For anybody who's never watched us and are here for the first time, thank you, by the way. Number two, I'm the Trekkie. Corey is on the ride with me, has enjoyed a lot of the Trek that we've watched, has enjoyed all the Trek we've watched, and is a critical fan of good stuff. So if it's good, he's going to like it. If it's a good story, he's going to like it. If it's a bad story, he's not going to like it. If it's bad Star Trek, he's not going to like it. I don't know how to put the rest of it, like, because it's like I enjoy a good movie. If it's a good sci-fi movie, great. I don't care. Like, but I will also not shit on Trek a lot.
Yeah,
But I don't
but
know.
see, okay. First of all, like you're making it like I'm some end all be all whether the shit's good or bad. Okay,
You
it's
are.
just
You're the
I
non-Trekkie,
am
which is
not at
very
all
important.
whatsoever. But you are such a Trek fan that even if it is bad, you already have it weighed in the good category. So
Right. Right.
it's a little. I'm like, come on, buddy, we gotta let that one go. But
Let me go ahead.
Pike's the shit. Like I don't care. Like
No
that's
notes. No notes. Pike is
yeah.
the shit. You are correct. Now, let me explain to you why you're very important. Because you're not a Trekkie. And something that Star Trek doesn't do well and hasn't done well over the recent iterations is bring in new people. Is like be able to reach out to new people. So when they make good TV and good if it's good TV, it's already good Star Trek. I think. I don't think that. I think it's already going to be good Star Trek if you get good TV out of it as well, because it can be good Star Trek and bad TV. I think that exists in the world. I don't know where they line up on the chart, but like, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what to do going into this. This is the first shot of the movie in over a decade, and it went straight to streaming, and it was going to be a TV show. And I understand with Michelle Yeoh being Academy Award winning that you're not going to be able to lock her down for an entire TV show. So I mean, maybe I don't know the reasons of why it went from TV show to a 95-minute movie, but that scares me too. It's like, so what did you have lined up for the TV show? Did everything in its brother switch to make it into a movie? To it was it made into a movie because of Paramount, because of her schedule? I don't know. So a lot of that behind the scenes stuff, like I've always said a number of times, sometimes it gets in my head when I start watching stuff. It's bad.
I don't know. What if it was just one of those like they have the idea, right? We're gonna make it a TV show, but then the more they wrote and thought about the idea, it was either one of those ideas that expanded where we're gonna have multiple seasons of it, and they just know that there's no way they can do that. So we're gonna have to shrink our idea down to kind of probably branch it off to the next project of some sorts, right? Because
Maybe.
if you make a movie, especially in this day and age of television being owned by all of these parent companies that have movie rights and things like that, there's never really a true kind of just hey, here's a insulated little story very often. And so I
Mm-hmm.
think when you have something that's miniseries movie length that comes out, it's always on streaming. To me, it's always a stepping stone for here's our idea, here's some people, we're probably going to get more of that somewhere along the line.
Maybe. If it, because, remember where we are. She went back to previous time, like where Discovery jumped from originally. Like we went back, that's where she had to go back there because she was time dilation or universe dilation, mumbo jumbo Star Trek stuff. But like, yeah, and so she's way back, and so we're not going to deal with anybody from the Discovery stuff. We're not quite to Pike era stuff yet. I don't believe timeline. Well, I guess no, we're like right with Pike, where she should have jumped back to. I don't know. exactly the time frame. But I could use another show because they don't have any other shows starting up new. We've got Strange New Worlds, it's out, and everything else is done.
I could see something where you make this movie, we get introduced to a couple other characters within this movie,
Right.
and instead of having, say, a Section 31 show, we get like the Tom and Debbie Galaxy Quest,
Right.
Shit, right? And like there's
Right.
the name, and you know who the players are gonna be, and there's probably something that happened where they're stuck, or now another. I hate to keep using timelines, but there's another timeline, somewhere in the
Jesus,
bridge,
yeah.
kind of shit, right?
Right. Well, let's find out what we're gonna what's gonna happen here. We'll see how good this is. All right. So, anyways, if you've watched our channel before, thanks as always. If you're not subscribed, please do it. And without further ado, Section 31, the motion picture. I like how it came in reversed. Okay, I see you. Oh, I was wondering what was going to draw it, too. That's cool. It's all backwards. Mirror universe stuff, baby. All right, so we're in the mirror universe. This is going to be a origin story of the Philippa Georgiou from the mirror universe. Yep, more than likely.
Two of us still live.
I feel like you made a miscalculation coming home then.
I know I got diabetes and stuff, man, but some of these fucking planets, the way these people grow up, golly, I'll take diabetes any day of the week.
Spends the rest of their life in servitude to the new emperor.
What do you have to do?
You have to kill your family, I bet. Oh, shit.
Yep.
Oh,
I have to.
no.
Already did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no shit. Shame upon you.
Told you, man, I like my bad guys bad. This is on point.
Who's gonna harvest the dirt and dust now?
Well, I'm curious, like, what if the other guy also killed their family?
Right, you still gotta fight.
What's going on the other side? Yeah. That's why in my head I'm screaming, more. He said, more.
What is that?
That would never not
monstrosity?
be terrifying.
Yeah, right.
Hello. I landed Greenland on top of your small farm. Oh, shit.
I am now your emperor. Yo, they got transport technology down, baby.
I'm not gonna lie though, the guy that's transporting them down's kind of a dick. He could have fanned them out like in a circle around, but he just kept rowing them in the back.
Why couldn't you just go home and kill your family too? Yo. Okay. Yeah, do your boy a favor if you're a true friend. Kill him now. Oh, bro. Oh. It's gonna stick so bad.
All hail the Emperor!
We're on my bad guy shit. I'm gonna like this
Except
movie.
she's the main character and we're supposed to be liking her.
Yeah, good. I don't care. I can like a bad guy. This is a fictional universe. I can pretend to just hate everybody she hates for right now. I'm okay with that. I don't ever want to do bad things in real life. I need this kind of shit.
Even there, Giorgio had the market cornered on atrocities.
Quick, give us digital exposition.
Federation treaty forbids us from crossing over that.
I recognize
I know
that
this
voice.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's
who
my
is
homie. That's gonna piss me off.
Make no mistake, this dog bites. So
God damn it.
I'm not gonna Google it yet because maybe they'll tell us who it is.
Yeah, that was a rough one for my brain. I was like, "Well, you know this, bud." And I was like, "Yeah, but not well enough, sir."
Oh, that's cool.
It just looks cool.
Everybody's like, let's all park looking cool. Today, concentric circles. Let's go, Mama.
like-
Chew up the screen.
This is the other thing Trek needs to tap into is outside of Federation space. Or even like their Las Vegas, you know? Like we
Right.
gotta see a fun city at some point kind of thing.
Right. All right, establish all the players. Let's go.
I've sent a biohazard team and your condolences. Also, there's a...
That guy's from a planet where some people are black on the right side and white on the left side, and some were black on the left side and white on the right side. And it was a whole TOS episode about racism, and it was fucking fabulous. It's one of the top political ones to watch of the original
Gotcha.
series.
Madame Dufranc normally does business by appointment.
Ew.
Impossible.
C'est dommage.
Ugh.
Yeah, I definitely don't have the palate for space.
Nope.
Do set this up.
Space cocaine.
She about to get high, by the way. She about to
Yeah, I
take
saw that
whatever-
little box, dude. Like, it doesn't matter what time you are. When someone hands you a little box with powder in it, that's a cocaine box. That is space cocaine, man.
Space cocaine.
Mech life, it ain't just about the brute force.
I'm so sorry. I just took your shoulder off you.
Being authorized to arrest me isn't the same as being able to arrest me.
That's right, girl.
Past always catches up with you. And as much as both of us might.
Those fingernails sound way too sturdy.
I'm giving you a chance to get back in.
Yeah, they're making a lot of those nails.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Those, like,
They're gonna do something.
they're going through his hand or his face or something here soon. Well, maybe not. At
She'll get
least
to use
not
them later,
now.
don't worry.
Maybe later. You and I are in sync tonight.
I'm inside. Driving.
What are we doing? Where are we?
Body from a backup vehicle. You know, something I use to get into tight
shit.
spots. Hi there. I'm Fuzz.
Get the fuck out of here.
Real fun-loving guy.
Hello.
Oh shit, that's wild.
Continue.
And that's Lieutenant Rachel Garrett. She is detailed to Section 30.
By the way, soon to be, or not soon, but captain of the Enterprise C, Rachel Garrett. That's who that is. That character in Star Trek, she becomes the captain of the Enterprise C. Dies a hero. Next generation.
Gotcha.
I'll show you the episode. We should watch that. It's very good.
Put it on the list, sir.
Our target's name is Data No. Dubious moral compass. Ran a pathology.
Bro should have that looked at. Something going on there.
Absolutely.
How did you knock me out? You fell over that chair over there. All right, hold on. Let me get set. I don't care, man. Acting's gotta be so fun. Like, you just get to be pretend. That would be so fucking great. Ooh.
You wouldn't believe.
He can exit, huh?
Ooh.
Listen carefully, Junkyard. Starfleet does not do.
Damn, dude, she called him Junkyard.
Oh, shit.
I punch things.
One.
Data knowing his pathogen will be in custody before the buyers can.
He said one.
Oh, we're doing some Flash shit. So is he superpowered too?
Hey, he's something. Oh shit.
Somebody else has a phase toy too. Phase fight.
Kind of reminds me of, what was it, Ghost and Ant-Man? I think it was.
Yes.
And she like, got like that quantum entanglement shit kind of thing or whatever.
Yep. Let's not use the super device, destruction device to fight with. Ooh, little Andorian action going.
That way, that way, that way, that way!
Oh, more Andorian action going. Oh, only one Andorian. Now I've had a chance to think, are we all going to question why it phased through his hand but stayed on the floor? I mean, they're phasing through walls but not through the floor they're standing. Oh, shit. Our girl just got.
Yep, that was over real quick.
Huh?
The last time I saw a fancy box like that, hell was opened.
Right?
Fuck that.
The hard way.
Night night, I guess. That looks rad.
Remember how I said, like, I don't really ever want to spend money on anything because there's nothing fancy I want? I've changed my mind. The Dragon Floor is now on the list of if I ever get money. That is.
Oh, dude, that was her dress. That was her dress.
Well, that is just, I want that outfit. I don't care. Call me up. Let's go.
I would have said yes.
She's like, and that's why you're fucking weak, and I'm this goddamn emperor.
No! I forbid you to die! No one.
It's not quite how that works.
I don't know, man. She's probably got a machine that'll suck all that poison out real quick or something.
Monster!
What the fuck is that thing? Need
What
more
does that
now.
do? Right?
Billions of lives are at stake and time is short. Tell
Well,
me.
billions of lives means something real bad. Planet killer. Solar
Yeah,
system
but that's
killer.
like $1 billion ain't shit in space. You know what I'm saying? That's like Dr. Evil going $1 million, and they're like, sorry, man, our company alone's worth $1 billion, sir. Like,
Right.
You are 350 years old.
More or less.
like it would be like you said, a universe. Like I could collapse a universe with that. Like, oh shit.
He's a Khan soldier. He's a eugenics soldier. He's Khan. He's like one of Khan's guys. That's why he was so strong when he hit that dude.
I wonder how many times that guy in that suit, when he first had to start wearing it, just fell flat the fuck over.
Right. It does look very.
He is bulky.
Yeah.
If my enemies manage to kill me, there would be nothing left to rule.
It destroys an entire quadrant of space.
What's a quadrant? I need the numbers. I need the map. The figures.
She cost us Mel.
She's the only one who knows what we're dealing with.
Yeah, well, so she says.
It cost us Mel.
Okay.
Every time you don't answer her questions directly, Her Majesty will punch you in your face.
I was an administrator at an Imperial weapons facility on Terra.
He's like, oh god, here's everything.
Who else wants it?
Oh,
Oh god damn.
not enhanced nose picking. Shit. God damn. He left his ass on the ship. I only saw 2 transport beams. There was somebody on fire in there. Jesus.
It was someone here.
What if it's the girl we thought got killed? And she's not really dead. It was actually a transporter.
Well, that is a possibility. I don't like it because I want it to be someone here that we will deal with.
Would bet on a horse name, pretty certain.
Quaz, Fuzz, you get to the scout right away with Giorgio, Zeph, and...
None of them know what a horse is.
Right. He just parked that shit. Just dropped it.
I mean, everything I'm saying should work.
That's the best part about space tech and anything, man. 800 years old does not matter. It's
Just
we're
dust it
gonna
off.
click clack boom, new ship. Let's go.
When you got perpetual power from something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I couldn't be more excited.
I'm like, that guy answered that way too calm and straightforward.
Yeah, something's what's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe his dumb act is only dumb. Maybe he's the mole.
Was that you? Garrett, what the hell was that?
That's a hell of an antenna.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Clearance, but the tricorder shows Zeph's biosignature was just in the sector. Over.
Yes, the whole goddamn planet is on fire from the inside.
Right.
What the fuck is going on?
What about the ROUSs?
They're just walking through moonshine distilleries that are all exploding, like they've all been sabotaged.
What's the forest in Princess Bride? Is it the Forbidden Forest with all the fire swamp?
Oh yeah, I think so. It's been a while since I watched that movie.
No, I think you want the godsend back because you know it's your one chance to redeem yourself for all the shit you've done.
I want the godsend back because it's mine.
Like, how dare you read me like a book? Ooh.
Yep. I think
You
homie
just-
put his little robot on autopilot, flew up into dude's brain, took him over, left out the eyeball.
And you know I didn't do this. You are just terrified of anyone with a moral compass.
But that little fucking robot thing, that little fucking alien thing could plant that blood under your fingernails. You wouldn't even know it. I'm kicking my own ass. Do you mind?
Zeph killed himself? Why would he do that?
Sorry to disappoint you.
I think your first problem is putting a drill on your suit.
You set the Vulcan machine on autopilot.
Yeah, we called that.
And then you planted the evidence on Garrett here.
We called that. Is he still in the fucking suit? Okay.
Oh, this is like Indiana Jones on the mine carts, you know?
But why did they come off?
I got you! I
Okay. Okay. That was awesome.
Yeah. Homie really flexed his powers right there.
Gravity is so intense. Oh shit, girl. What kind of saving thing you got going for that? Oh.
You built up an immunity from that poison, you know? Teeny, tiny doses over time.
Wait a second, is this literally Princess Bride?
You better explain what happened to his body then, because I feel like even with her being a Terran, like he would have had some type of putting him in a casket that's been sealed with plasma rays, and we're gonna fucking stick him in the ground over here, kind of shit. Like they just, or we throw them out to space and they freeze, you know, kind of shit. So I need to know how this corpse made it out.
Right. What are you waiting for, pussy? Set it off.
Yeah, why the fuck's there ever a countdown?
Once that passageway opens up.
Are you? Well, he's waiting. Is he waiting to go back over to the Terran Empire and destroy it?
We'll make sure he can't contact the Terrans.
You ripped out the coil.
Couldn't tell you while the mole was still running around.
I guess that makes sense. Percussive maintenance, baby. Let's go.
The scout flies around and drags the trash along with the field. Once the trash...
Ew.
I'm a force field. I would laugh every time that thing came on when I watched it.
Radiation levels critical.
Shields are.
How does this bomb that can take out a quadrant detonate per se? Is this radiation gonna set that fucking thing off?
Right.
Chaos is my friends with benefits.
Yaka, let's get messy.
Ew. All of that was so gross.
It's done!
Wow, he moved across the room pretty quick. Come on, Augment. Go to work, man. Vulcans are strong, but shit.
Turn that super strength on, bro. Snap that dude's fucking neck, man. Throw him. Do something. I need you to get up. You gotta fight.
Stop clinking. Stop doing that, Godsend. Oh, what was that? Oh, God. You will not hug fight me. No.
Looks like here's a little nightmare fuel.
Ooh.
I'm on autopilot.
Oh.
It's wonderful just to be with you.
Jesus. And that's why you're not allowed in the Federation, because your toys do shit like that.
Yeah, it accidentally makes it to the dryer. Fucking block leveled.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, God. Jesus, bro. That's how you're gonna go out?
Our director was like, all right, I have him in this position. What's the most insane way he can die with all the momentum?
Right.
Go.
While
Ideas.
she's holding the blade in her hand.
Yeah, and then like got a foot up and fucking kicks it off her boot and he slices his own throat. Nice.
To show me who I am, even now.
Yeah, you're a weak ass bitch times 2. mean, you were just fighting her right then, buddy, so I don't really have any empathy for you, bud. Is she gonna destroy the mirror universe? Are we gonna do this with this movie?
At least the portal that just keeps popping open every 4 hours that they figured out. Or maybe she's gonna kill that whole Terran army. And now we're both permanently blind. Golly.
What?
You here?
What? Okay, so it only destroyed the passageway, I assume. Nice digs.
To us. This isn't poison, is it?
That's whose fucking voice it was.
Because we have work to do.
Is she part Borg? I think she is. Does her palace move? That's rad. Okay. Thoughts after hitting stop. Questions. Was it a good story?
Yes, but I think it was bare bones, as in like we pinned the little dude doing all of his mischievous stuff like right away kind of shit, and then you had the weird thing with the con guy and her kind of flirting, but then her ex-soul love mate dude who was like hell-bent on breaking, like there was just, I don't know, man. That was like going to a party and like the ex and the new guy showed up at the same time and no one knew what to do with it kind of vibe or something.
Right.
It's not bad, but at no point were you wowed by anybody or anyone in this show doing anything other than, I guess, average would be the best way to put it. Like, no character stood out more than another character, really. Like, no actor seemed to outact everybody else. And the story was a beginning to end, but there was no, like, really crazy way you got to the end or anything like that. You're like, oh, we're making a left here. Everybody get ready for the left.
I don't want to shit on it, but I'm going to shit on it a little bit. First things first, with all of our pausing and playing because of your browser, we were still in exposition at like the 49-minute mark in an hour 30 fucking 5 movie. Like, I was like, we don't even know what's the goal of the movie, and we're over halfway into this movie. I think that's maybe the first thing. You had the only thing Star Trek about this was Rachel Garrett, because she's Starfleet, and I realize it's Section 31, but we weren't even on a Section 31 mission. It kind of fell into well, I guess they were, and they picked her up. So I mean, I guess that was it. But it's like, if she didn't touch it, it wasn't gonna go off. Also, at the end, she had to biometrically confirm to set it off. So involving her was
they said they also like the fucking bomb said that like the second red dot when it came up. It's like waiting for biometric confirmation pretty much. It's like
just
okay,
don't touch it.
Yeah, yeah. There was like, and then weird stuff where so they took her down to the underground safe house. But they left the other guy that they were going to interrogate on the ship floating above the planet. Like, why wasn't he dragged down into the giant hole in the fucking ground that you have some cell that you can lock people up in, obviously. Right?
Right.
Like, just dumb shit like that.
Yeah, and the whole sabotage thing and the whole like mole. I don't know. I feel like we contrived the mole scenario to keep the number of people involved in the movie low. Like when you involve a mole and you take your team of 6 or 7 or whatever it was and turn it into one of them's the bad guy, so now we don't have to hire anybody else in to be the bad guy. We just keep this small little group. Now it's like I've spent 35 minutes trying to care about the Vulcan with the Irish accent, and now I'm not supposed to care about him, or I'm supposed to root against him really quickly, all for it to just be for naught because he's going to survive. And also, is this with that ending, is this supposed to be a soft start to a Section 31 show? Or do we think that Michelle Yeoh's going to... Because why would you even write the movie that way and the ending that way?
This is more, I think, of like, we made a show, and every year and a half or so, we're going to pull out a Section 31 hour and a half kind of special movie type deal, and it's going to be that group of guys, and if somebody does get older, it'll just switch, it's going to be like if Doctor Who only did holiday specials. Like that that's what it's going to be.
So we're going to have a series of Star Trek movies that are Section 31 movies as we go down the road.
And it's like, okay, we can't make a full-blown show about it for some reason, so everybody seems to be into the secret society of the Trek world, so like, let's drop some Section 31 shit, because now, I know they kept that group together, but dude, they could do something assholey where it's just them, and we see them on a mission, and then the camera's like, here's 6 other fucking people for the next 31 mission that we're going to be on, kind of shit.
Here's people who don't have Oscars and don't charge a fuck ton of money. And then you've got Jamie Lee Curtis, who's running Section 31. So now you've so you pulled another big name. I don't know anything. I didn't know she was in it at all. Hand to God. Didn't know she was in it. You and I recognized a voice at the beginning. We're like, who is that voice? We know that voice. Who is that?
Yeah, I was like, I have watched the documentary and I have heard this goddamn voice before.
I've heard this voice numerous times. Exactly. So it's like, so she's who was talking to us and we saw her at the end. So it's like, you've brought, I don't know what this is. I think the biggest problem is I don't know what this is. What is this movie? Because I feel like it was a movie made to do something else, but I don't know what that else is.
Well, and even then you have, like, to me, weird casting choices. Okay, so, like an example, the Raiders just hired a new fucking coach, and that jackass is already 72, basically, I think. Something like that. And I'm like, so out of all the NFL coaches in the world, I get it, he's really good and all that stuff, but you couldn't have found someone that was, like, at least 50? And you sign him to a 3-year contract. And so, like, even with Jamie Lee Curtis, like, she could just wake up tomorrow and be like, I've had enough of this. I've made enough money. I don't need to do this. And I'm not saying that, but it's like, you're old as fuck. So you couldn't have put somebody in their fucking 40s in that position.
Right.
Because, like,
I agree.
We've all seen a movie and we've seen a movie be written and almost get filmed, and then 8 years later, it finally comes the fuck out. So, like, that's what I'm saying. And, like, Trek doesn't seem to have a real good report with being on time, or this is the thing that's actually going to happen. So I'm going, these people actually may be dead by the time you come around to fucking doing this show again.
Right. So, and when it comes to canon and things that are happening, I need an explanation. Like, I mean, and of course we're not going to get it because she was a surprise, but like she had what looked to be Borg implants or some version of like former Borg implants, which I know, you don't know, that we don't meet the Borg yet. So where did she come from? And so it means with Section 31 doing a bunch of like time hopping and shit like that. I mean, she's from the future or who knows, whatever. I don't know. But like, there's a whole lot of like, there's a whole lot to this movie. There's a whole lot. And a whole
Yeah,
little.
but there's also a whole lot of nothing.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. There's a whole little too. It wasn't really, we spent a half of the movie just kind of like getting us into whatever the hell the mission, like what we're supposed to be doing. Because Star Trek is, this is what good thing about Star Trek is like, because it's a command structure, military, whatever you want to call it, every episode of Star Trek or every TV show or every movie has a mission and a thing you have to accomplish. And that gets set very early. So you can go, cool, how are we going to accomplish said mission by the end of the runtime? TV show, movie, whatever. This one, we were still learning people. Because it's a new location, we had to learn people and care about people very quickly. But it still took 49 minutes to even get to the mission. And at that point, we already had a mole, which even you and I were like, it could be the girl that got phasered for no reason. Like, or, maybe she didn't really get phasered. Like, what's happening here? Like, how is this crew I don't know. It was a little bit of a mess.
I get it. It's, because, Section 31, and I guess maybe this has to do with it being more so like, I don't know, because I want to say it's like new Section 31, but with the fact that they do this through fucking time, basically, it's like, is it really new people, new things? So, part of you could go, oh, this is how Section 31 became the Section 31 we know. It was this kind of ragtag group of people who are all clandestine into shit because of all these insane backgrounds they come from. And then we get the guy with the glasses later in life who's like, okay, by the way, we sorted out how to control the crazy, so we're a little more organized now. Right? But you don't get that vibe. And it would be neat if this did feel like a motley crew of people who were building to something. But like with the fact that the guy already came in and he's like, I'm Section 31 and you knew all, and she's like, yeah, no shit, I saw every one of you. It's kind of this, okay, well, you're not being recruited to the cool space secret society, and you're not a new young person that is going to be developed into something within this cool space society. And apparently it's been established, but you're here with, so like, what? All right, cool. Like, what are you trying to tell me then? Like, we have an organization and it just so happened to be conveniently connected to her for this mission. Understood. But then you left it as we formed a group. Why? Why did you form a group?
Right. So take Star Trek out of it. Was it even a fun movie?
It could have been and it wasn't. That's the problem. Like, it's not bad, and again,
Agreed.
It's not great in any aspect either.
Not a bit.
Like if my stupid service wouldn't have been dropping every 8 minutes, it would have been a decent watch, and you would have had all the same questions. And I think if they would have done a better job of making this I don't know, almost like Men in Black at the beginning, where you see some space alien shit and you're like, oh, okay, cool. I'm getting into this organization, whether she knew about it or not. Like, we should have seen not her background story for that guy and how she became who. We should have seen the other 31 crew doing some shit that then led them to her. And then if they wanted to throw in the clip of why she's fucking evil as shit, because we already all know that. We don't.
Right. Right.
Like,
I mean,
we don't
all
need
of
the
her
background part.
Yeah, it's all of that background was just to show that she's the one that made the device. And I'm like, do I need all of that backstory? And also, on something you said a minute ago, do you feel like this was TV writers trying to write a movie? Because it's two different things. Writing for TV and writing for movies is an art. Now there are people that I'm sure go back and forth across the genres, but there's a certain way and a certain flow that happens in movies. It doesn't have to happen in TV, and vice versa. So I feel like this is TV writers who were writing for TV, and then Paramount came in and was like, "Hey, this is gonna be a movie. Make it 95 minutes. Have fun."
Yeah, to me it comes across as not too many hands in the pot, but more like someone else started this, had it going for a good chunk of it, and then something happened, pissed somebody off, and they're like, Tom's in, and then Tom comes in and is like, minecarts and space boys, and they're like, what? We're on a planet right now. He's like, yeah, just blow the ship up and we're gonna get on that wrecked one over there, and it's all gonna work, and then you just get this like soupy mess at the end of it.
It was very, which, yes, it was not great by any stretch of the imagination. It was barely good, and that's a Trekkie saying it, and I want to like it. I want Star Trek to continue on whatever media I get, movies, streaming. I don't care. I'm a Trekkie and I want it. I don't think that was the way to do it. Will I? But I watched it. I'm a good Trekkie. I watched it, even after seeing review, and I'm like, I'm one of your numbers. Tick. I watched it. Therefore, you have one stream. You have 135 minutes of extra watch time thanks to me. So, or 195 minutes of watch time thanks to me. So, and another one for you. So it's like we did our job as fans because we need to make sure that Trek gets watched, but I don't know. I don't know what that was. And I wish I felt like this was being steered. You know what scared me? What scared me was all of the press that Paramount was actually doing for the movie. And I'm like, you all are scared no one's going to watch this because you're doing so much press. You're making sure folks watch it, and you're posting Giorgio everywhere, and you're putting a microphone in her face and making her explain this and tell you how much she loves it, which if she does, great, because I hope she cuts her rate when she works for us, because she's an Academy Award-winning, amazing actress of decades of fantastic movies and TV, and we need you to pull people who aren't Trekkies. Like, we need you to people who like Michelle Yeoh to go, hey, let's check this movie she was out. Because I'm trying to think of somebody who just showed up to that movie. They may have not had to nitpick as much because they didn't care about the Star Trek part of it. They're like, hey, let's watch this for Michelle Yeoh. This is great. And she did a fantastic job. I felt some of the stunts and the fight scene, the choreography was a little bit robotic to me, but nothing crazy. It still looked like a TV show to me, though. I don't think it felt as grand as a movie should. So, I don't know. I mean, if it was the sets they already had built for the TV show, because all this started as a TV show. So I don't know if they was still the sets they had for the TV show or what. But I don't know what else to say about it. I don't know.
I mean, again, even with the fights, like, again, she's 60 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that what she is? Did you Google it right there?
I'm gonna make it as I think she's older than 60 because I remember her saying something about it. Like,
Well,
I'm
she's
out
been
there.
doing-
She was, well, yeah, she was talking about doing stunts with, Jackie Chan and like falling off the back of a semi truck, landing on a fucking car. And she's like, I did that in my 20s. And I'm like, well, that movie was 40 fucking years ago. So
She is 62. So yes, as a 62-year-old, I hope I can move as good as she did in the stunt choreography. Absolutely. I'm with you there. So it's
but even then, again, it's like, I hate to do this age thing, but she's 62. So if you want her to be a main character, like being on a basic fucking suicide crew in fucking space every mission isn't the thing for her to be doing. Like, so it would have been different if maybe this episode ended and we saw her take like a delegation role a little bit more, and you're like, all right, cool, I can have her around because she's fucking bossing these people around and what to do and stuff like that. But again, she's 60. You want to make another movie? It's going to be a year and a half to film it, a year post, and fucking 3 years later. So we're at 65. Like, okay, we're going to try to push a third. So you're going to bank that she's ready to rock and roll still in her 70s. Like, yeah, let's keep making space movies where I fight.
Right. Exactly. Dude, let me just look this up real quick. The episode of them, of her, the last episode that Giorgio was on was in like
2017,
2018. No. It was 2020 or 2021. That's 4 years ago. Like, what are you doing? Like, you have, like, where are you? You spent 4 years on this? You spent 4 years.
She probably was doing. No, everybody in that show was probably doing other shit.
We know what Michelle Yeoh was doing. She was making Academy Award-winning movies. Yes.
And it's like they filmed. You know what it feels like now that you've mentioned this? It feels like that they filmed this over 4 years. But
when she was available.
But when everybody was fucking available, because everybody on that screen, except for maybe the Irish Vulcan dude, because I don't really recall seeing him in anything else, but everybody else was doing shit, kind of thing. And usually I feel like timelines work out, but this may have been one of those, like, that's why it was a TV show. And they're like, no, we can't keep everybody together. Yeah. They're like, hey, we're going to make a movie. And then even then, when it got to making the movie, it was like, we can't sync enough people up for this show to make any kind of coherent sense, or like that the actors have been together around each other for a while or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, isn't the main dude the augment guy? Is he from like Power or something? Is he from, what's he been in? I recognize him from something.
I don't watch enough serious TV to know that.
I know, I don't either. But yeah, so final statements. It was fine.
It was a swing and a miss. That's what it was.
Star Trek can't afford that because they're already behind a paywall, and they were already talking about trying to sell Paramount or trying to sell, the rights to certain things, and Paramount. I don't know, man. We're on choppy ground already, and I honestly almost want someone else to take the reins other than Paramount, because it's like, you guys have had it for decades, and between you and CBS, like, what do you like? You've had a couple of Strange New Worlds. You had a couple of bangers.
The best thing that could happen for Trek is Hulu or Netflix buy their rights and they turn it into one of their stapled Hulu or Netflix shows. And then they build their universe within it. And I honestly think Trek needs to do this too. Trek needs to pull a DC and go, look, all that shit with Picard and all that other shit, it's canon, but we're just picking up from here and we're going this direction. Like, we're not going to look back and try to connect these fucking dots anymore. This is basically the Trek formula, and we're just going new people, new shit. And if you see a statue of one of those guys, it's just because it was a history lesson. That's fucking it. Nothing ties back to any of those cunts in any way, shape, or form. Like, Data doesn't miraculously come back as a CGI superpowered fucking robot that's like, I'm here to solve all your problems in paint. And guess what? I'm going to hum this tune real quick, and old Picard's corpse is going to pop the fuck up, and we're going to go do some 31 shit. Like, no, they're done. They need a Skywalker that shit. Fucking cut it off. Get rid of it, and just take the name Trek and then make them like new actors. Write good shit and make them like new actors.
Right. But also don't cancel Strange New Worlds because we love Pike.
Yeah, but it's like that's their one show where they nailed the formula, they nailed the people. Okay, and even then, that is only a section of time. Like we know how he got there.
There is a
how he's going to
finite
go.
end.
There,
you are correct.
It can't go anywhere else.
Right. You're absolutely right.
But that's what I think. That's what Trek needs to do, man. Like they need to just write a new show with fucking Star Trek Spaceship 7. And everyone's like, oh, we're in the future of Trek. Okay, cool. Let's just go do exploration. We're not going to write some grandioso fucking tale connecting the Vulcans and some other goopy fucking soup people to primordial ooze ocean. We're not doing that. We just ran across some weird ass aliens that needed help. And we were like, we can do this. First protocol or whatever rule 1 is. No, we're not breaking that. Beam our asses down. Let us go fucking help them out.
Right. Well, and on that, I feel like they did that because like with Discovery, they jumped into the future and it was like, cool, we've washed our hands of everything that you know. And that's why Discovery, the last half of it, was really fun because it was all brand new shit we never heard of. The things that we knew, we could have ships that had names of people we cared about. But other than that, there was everything we saw about Starfleet was brand new. Every story we heard, every race we ran into, well, not every race, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like every problem we ran into was all brand new because it's a timeline. It's let's take the world we're in and keep on going. Lower Decks takes place after all of the second chunk of Legacy Star Trek, Next Generation, DS9, Voyager. Takes place after all of that. So you have an entire chunk all the way up to the 900 years that Discovery jumped in the future that's unexplored. And we've canceled both of them.
Yeah, well, Discovery needed to be canceled because
I'm
was
not
just
disagreeing with
it.
that.
It was just Jesus in space is fixing everything.
Right.
Like that's, and they made it
titled
so.
wrong. It wasn't Star Trek
yes.
Discovery. It was Star Trek Burnham. Yes.
Yes, and that's what it should have been. It should have been the Burnham show, and we could have stayed in this insulated bubble, right? But you're right. They need to take Discovery and go, here's your crew, here's our new ship name, and these people just like Burnham became too important. That was the problem. It became so important for that character to exist, breathe, and walk left and right when they needed to every time. And that was the only way that show was going to work because they're like, oh, by the way, we're doing time travel again. Whoops. Right?
We have the Red Angel. Who is it? Michael Burnham.
Yeah, and Lower Decks does a great job being its own unique little thing within Trek. Now, if they took that show and it wasn't a comedy cartoon, but took a new crew like that and just was, here's real life space stuff, I think they would have a great show. But
Agreed.
Discovery failed by making it a team thing. Discovery turned it into, here's our lone star and here's all the people they drag along with them.
Correct. I'll completely agree. So we'll see how Paramount handles it. I don't know. But that's it for us. We've watched the movie. We appreciate you guys watching our reactions. That's it. I'm washing my hands of it. I can't fix Star Trek in one recording. I can't do it. So anyways, thank you for watching this all the way to the end. If you're not subscribed, good on you. Go do that because you watched all of that chitter chatter. Other than that, we appreciate you. We're watching Creature Commandos right now. I can't remember what show's coming up in the next few weeks, but we have a few more shows that are popping up here pretty soon that we're excited about. So when I remember what they are, I'll let you know. Until then, we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.